Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first ever episode of Raw and Smack Talk. My name is Carson Kelly, the host of today's episode, which is the first ever episode of Raw and Smack Talk. Wherever you are listening, thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate you for tuning in already. So, the debut on Netflix for Monday Night Raw has come and gone. It's now been a few hours since the show has aired, and it was pretty tremendously awesome. From start to finish, it was awesome. Very minimal commercials on my end, but it was a pretty good show for Netflix. Here are the matches we'll be talking about in today's debut episode in order. I believe this was in order. I kind of forget which match started the show. But it was a good show overall. We'll be going over a little bit on the match of Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. John Cena kicks off the farewell tour, followed by the women's world title match, Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. In the tribal combat match, Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa. And for the main event that closed out the show was CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins. All right, folks, here we go. So, overall, I really liked this show. The matches were very good pace all around. Favorite match of the night will probably be the women's match, shockingly. I don't know why I said shockingly. I always like the women matches. They're always cool to watch. Pretty interesting, too, sometimes, with all the stories they got going and stuff. Okay, I gotta get a drink real quick. I'm losing my marbles. Definitely a lot of stuff to look forward to in the world of WWE in the upcoming weeks of future episodes. But my favorite match of the night was most likely the women's world title match between Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. That was a pretty cool match because once Rhea Ripley won her match, the surprise of the night in my book, well, one of two surprises of the night of the debut on Netflix was The Undertaker. I was not expecting The Undertaker to show up today, but he shown up today not as The Undertaker, but as the American Badass on the bike and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Then later in the show, I think maybe an hour or two in, we got a special appearance from Hall of Famer WWE wrestler Hulk Hogan. That was pretty nice, I guess. That was definitely not on my prediction card, but with how the internet is nowadays, people spread rumors and whatnot, projections and stuff. So I kind of got a little hint that Mr. Hulk Hogan would be an appearance for the show. Also, if you are listening, please let me know how the audio and video is all sounding. I've done many tests for this show, and I've probably done 5 to 10 hours of testing across this thing to make sure it works. I had a couple notes that I wanted to talk about here, but my mind's going blank as I'm recording this live. Well, pre-recorded, but it'll be live later in the morning. But yeah, folks, so what Raw and Smack Talk is going to be, it's going to be a weekly episodic series where every Monday I'll talk about the recent episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and on Fridays, on Saturday, we'll talk about the recent airing of Friday Night SmackDown. They're both 3-hour long episodes, so please expect these episodes to come out either planned at 9 o'clock in the morning on the dot or a few hours later, depending on the process and an exporting time. But I would like to make a special shout out here to mention that this stream today, recording, is powered by StreamYard. Not a sponsorship or anything. I just feel like it's appropriate to mention that I am using their software to power this stream for the future episodes and whatnot. It's just like a common courtesy respect thing, I guess. So it's cool that I am using their software, it's very cool. I like the software. I can have an overlay here. I can bring in people. I got the Raw and Smack Talk logo in the corner over there. I do apologize for any background noise. Also, I hope the audio is good because I do a lot of testing here. Also, my co-host has not been announced yet because we're still finalizing some details for the co-host, actually, because there's been a lot of changes behind the scenes very last minute, and it's very unfortunate. But stuff happens like that. So I am also looking forward to bringing on special guests in the future, whether that's like a WWE content creator on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'll be reaching out to a few folks in the coming weeks and months as this web show goes on. I hope people enjoy it. But let's talk about another match here. We do. Oh wow, we've been for rolling for 6 minutes. Wow, this feels like a while already. All right. What else we got here? Oh yeah, the John Cena kicks off the farewell tour. Sheesh, that was pretty good. He says he might not ever get the chance to, not the chance, but he said he pretty much doesn't see himself winning his big title again. I believe he will. I believe Mr. John Cena is going to win all of the big ones. Probably win big at WrestleMania. Probably going to win the Rumble, the Royal Rumble. That one's always exciting, and I believe he's going to open up Royal Rumble in just a few weeks from now. He's going to be number one. I don't know who's going to be 30 or 31. Maybe I'm going to throw a bold prediction out there. Maybe Stone Cold Steve Austin shows up at the Rumble. I don't know. But we'll have to wait and find out, folks, because that's coming up in a few weeks. Maybe we'll do a predictions video and whatnot, but we'll see. We're 7 minutes in here. Wow. I got to write notes for next time because I am nervous here. All right. So we talked a little bit about the women's world title match very briefly. We talked about Mr. John Cena kicking off the farewell tour, but I got off track, which happens. But I do hope Mr. John Cena wins everything, wins out his titles, wins all the big ones. It'll be pretty cool. But if it doesn't end like a riding into the sunset as a champion, that's okay. He's won many of them, but it would be cool to see. Now, my dream John Cena match, I would love to see him go up against, for one of his final matches, Mr. AJ Styles. I think that would be a pretty good wrestling match to see. Or, I don't know if this could happen because wrestler Braun Breaker announced he broke a couple bones in his body and whatnot, so he's going to be out for a long time. So, we'll wait and see about that. But a Braun Breaker John Cena match sounds pretty cool. Hopefully that happens in the future, but we'll have to find out and see. If you are enjoying the first and pilot episode of Raw and Smack Talk, please hit the like button. Share it with your friends. If you are listening on Spotify, please rate it on the Spotify ratings bar section thing. If you're listening on Google or Apple Podcast or watching on YouTube, just show your support, and I will be looking at all the numbers for the future to come. This is a new type of web show video thing I am doing, and I do hope people enjoy it. I know we're getting off to a rocky start, which it's fine. I'm just not used to doing recordings like this. It's quite rare. I don't know why I'm nervous. I'm always on camera. I don't know. But all right, let's get back on track here. I'm falling apart here. The Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa tribal combat match between Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa was very good. Very, very good. It was awesome. Bloodline rules, of course. But we got the big news at the end of that match. Roman Reigns has defeated Solo Sikoa, and Roman has now the power of the Ulufalawa. I apologize if I mispronounced that wrong, but Roman Reigns now has the Ulufala, and he is now once again the tribal chief. And towards the end of that, we got a little promo. I believe it was like a promo, because this was one of the only promos I've seen during tonight's airing of Monday Night Raw on January 6th. And Paul Heyman was asking about Roman Reigns and their next appearance and whatnot for like an acceptance, like an acknowledgement for the bloodline, or acknowledge him as the tribal chief. And he was said January 27th or January 28th, and the camera panned to a door where Paul Heyman closed the door, and the logo appeared for WWE 2K25. So my prediction is, as of recording this, I don't know who the official cover is for WWE 2K25, but as of right now, I am recording. 2K Sports, WWE, Xbox, and PlayStation and PC platforms have released images of WWE 2K25, and they look pretty damn cool. I can't wait to play the game. I'll probably do a couple videos here on the Raw and SmackDown. Raw and Smack Talk YouTube channel and my personal YouTube channel. So feel free to check out those in the next few months when the game comes out. More information is coming on the WWE 2K25 on January 28th, 2025. I don't know the time or anything. I just know the date. It's the 28th of January. And they're most likely going to be announcing the release date, pre-orders, a couple trailers, and gameplays and whatnot. But throughout the year, we should be learning a lot more about WWE 2K25 at upcoming wrestling WWE events, such as most likely the NXT will have a couple advertise ad spots there for the WWE 2K25, and also, of course, the upcoming Royal Rumble. I see them doing a lot of ad spots there for WWE 2K25, so that's gonna be pretty cool to see. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be pretty damn cool to check out. The special guest appearances for tonight, we had The Rock. That was pretty cool. Him opening up the show right after Triple H. Then we lead right into one of the matches. I forget what match opened that after that segment, so I apologize. But that was really good. That was a really good special appearance. The Undertaker was cool. What else was there? I'm trying to remember. I apologize, guys. I'm having trouble here. Okay, we're gonna get back on topic with the WWE 2K game. But yeah, folks, I will be making some content here on the Raw and Smack Talk channel for both WWE 2K25. As it launches, we'll probably do a launch live stream when we get more information on it. So stay tuned for that. And I do hope you enjoy that when the time comes. Also, there will be special guests here on Raw and Smack Talk in the future. And we'll go from there. We'll talk about various topics between Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown stuff. We're almost at the 15-minute mark, so I will most likely conclude this first episode of Raw and Smack Talk because my nerves are everywhere for some reason recording. But future episodes will be a little better. I do apologize if this episode's all over the place. But I did forget to talk about one match, and that is CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins. That was a cool match. It concluded the night and concluded the first main event on the Netflix era for WWE Monday Night Raw, or Raw on Netflix. And it was pretty cool. The length of the show overall was very good. 3 hours. The commercials were very minimal for me, but a lot of folks on the web right now are saying there was a lot of promos that did not air for the US Netflix airing of tonight's Monday Night Raw. So I'll probably go back on YouTube and watch some of the promos that I missed. But I would like to thank everybody who has tuned in for this and listened. But before we go, I do want to continue talking briefly here about the CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins match. I do believe that the CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins era is not over. There's going to be a lot more battles between those men. And that was a good wrestling match between those two. Very, very good. Seth freaking Rollins definitely showed his more grittier side than previous battles. He always shows up in these types of moments. CM Punk is just an animal. That dude's a beast. I mean, they're all beasts in their own way. I'm just a dude here on the internet doing a little web show while these dudes are beating up each other. It's always good to get some jokes. What time is it as I'm recording this? Oh, wow, it's pretty late. But, folks, it has been fun here talking to you about wrestling between all the matches. Very briefly, I just realized I forgot to talk about the other match, Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. You know, I am a Scottish Warrior fan of Drew McIntyre, so I wish he won the match, but Jey Uso deserved it. He got the big match win, so that's very awesome of him. Yeet! So that's cool. But yeah, folks, that was a good match. All the matches were good. It was very good pacing all around, and I definitely enjoyed this first episode of Monday Night Raw. But folks, my name is Carson Kelly. Please stay tuned for more episodes of Raw and Smack Talk to come in the future, either with special guests or, I don't know, like a predictions list or something. But stay tuned for more episodes. We'll definitely do a couple of live episodes in the future, so please stay tuned for that. And I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Raw and Smack Talk. Please check back again soon for our first episode of Raw and Smack Talk SmackDown edition, which will probably airing in a few days from now. So thank you again for listening. This has been Carson Kelly with Raw and Smack Talk, where tonight we covered the first episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix, where we talked about Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre match. John Cena kicks off the farewell tour Women's World Title match: Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. The Tribal Combat match between Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa. And the main event: CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins. So thank you guys very much for watching. My name is Carson Kelly. I hope you enjoyed this first ever pilot episode of Raw and Smack Talk, and I will see you again soon for future episodes. Please share your feedback below on this episode, and all feedback will be taken greatly to make the show better and make sure it is always improved on, because I like to improve on as I go. And this is my first web show / podcast thing I've done in a couple of years. So it's a little bit nervousing for some reason. I don't know why. But wherever you are listening, thank you. If you're watching the video version of this, thank you. Hello. If you're listening on the go while you're doing dishes or something, thank you. Or if you're doing the laundry, thank you for listening. Or if you're, I don't know, mowing the lawn or shoveling snow while listening to me yap about wrestling for Monday Night Raw or future episodes about Friday Night SmackDown and premium live events, thank you. It's always cool when people listen to me and whatnot when I'm talking about stuff I'm interested in. Hence why I started this podcast. Well, I don't like saying podcast. I think web shows a little better. But thank you guys again for listening. Please stay tuned for more web shows like this to come in the future from me, and more episodes, of course, of Raw and Smack Talk. Be sure to follow Raw and Smack Talk on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And, of course, all podcast web show platforms at Raw and Smack Talk on the banner below. And feel free to use the hashtag Raw and Smack Talk if you would like to. Thank you for joining. My name is Carson Kelly. This has been fun, and this has been a nice start to something I hope goes for a long time. Thank you very much. My name is Carson Kelly of Raw and Smack Talk, and this has been Raw and Smack Talk. All right, folks. Peace.